Hey guys, JJ here. Welcome to Sports Nation, where I will be covering all you need to know to stay updated in the sports world. Today we'll be covering top 10 basketball players of all time. Before we get started, show me your step back. Woo! Now let's get started. Coming in at number 10 is Hakeem "The Dream" Olajuwon. Hakeem "The Dream" was a center for the Houston Rockets from 1984 to 2001 and later joined the Raptors in 2001 to 2002. Did you know Hakeem is the only player in the NBA history to average 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game in each of his first 12 seasons? Both him and Michael Jordan are the only players in NBA history to win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season. Wow. Coming in at number 9 is Shaquille "The Superman" O'Neal. Shaq has 4 championships to his name, and he and Michael Jordan are the only players in NBA history to win Finals MVP in 3 straight seasons. Shaq is the only player to score at least 30 points in every game in multiple NBA Finals. On his arrival to Los Angeles in the summer of 1996, Shaq said, quote, "You never met anyone like me." Which is true. The powerhouse had amazing agility and strength, and if you didn't know already, he's pretty tall. Hey Shaq. At number 8, we've got Tim "The Big Fundamental" Duncan. The power forward who has been with the San Antonio Spurs since 1997 is 2-time MVP and 3-time Finals MVP. He's also tied with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the oldest player to be named to an All-NBA team, while his 15 All-Defensive Team selection are the most in NBA history. Now, the debate is ongoing. Some say he's the greatest power forward of all time, and some think he should be listed as just merely a center. How do you guys feel? Leave your comments down below. At number 7, we've got LeBron James. The Cleveland Cavalier forward who has won 3 NBA championship titles, 4 MVP awards, and 3 NBA Finals MVP awards, entered the league with unimaginable expectations. Even if we spent most of the playoffs rooting against the Cavaliers, you have to tip your hat off to James. A lot of people have different opinion on LeBron, for better or for worse, but it's safe to say that he has earned his place on this list. While James trails Bryant in the rings department, he has managed to bring his teams to 7 straight NBA Finals and took the Cleveland Cavaliers to the top of the standings in what seems like overnight. At number 6, we have Larry Bird. Bird, the Boston Celtics small forward, has won 3 straight MVP awards. During his share of MVPs, he received 85% of his first place votes. Bird's teams also won all 6 games played against Michael Jordan. Remember Game 4 of 1984 NBA Finals? As the seconds ticked off, Bird faced off with opponent Magic Johnson, shot a soft fall away to clinch the overtime win. When asked how he knew those shots would fall in, he stated, quote, "Cause I was the one taking them." I guess his last name is Suiting. His shots flew in like a bird. In at number 5 is Bill Russell. The Boston Celtics center has won 11 NBA titles, more than any other player in NBA history. His teams have made the NBA Finals in 12 of his 13 seasons, and he averaged 20 rebounds per game in 11 of the 12 series, and leading the Celtics scoring twice and assists once. His feat was no less than great. I mean, his tally alone consisting of 11 Boston Celtics championships in 13 seasons from his rookie season in 1957 until he retired in 1969. At number 4, we have Wilt "The Stilt" Chamberlain. This Philadelphia San Francisco Warrior, then Laker, had 118 50-point games, 87 more than any other player. He scored at least 60 points 32 times. All the other players combined to do that 28 times. They actually forgot to put me on the name. I did that once back in high school. Kidding. He also had a streak of 186 straight games in which he got 15 rebounds and is the only player to ever lead the NBA in rebounds and assists. If someone in today's day and age averaged 50 points so early on in their career, they would have to be deemed GOAT, championship title or not. At number 3, we have the one and only Magic Johnson. This Los Angeles Laker point guard is the only player in NBA Finals history with multiple triple-doubles in series-clinching games. He averaged 12 assists per game in the NBA Finals 6 times. No other player has even come close to that, except me in high school that one time. Remember from before? Magic won the 1982 NBA Finals MVP award for averaging 16 points in the series, the lowest output by a Finals MVP in a 3-point shot era. He realized that there were many other ways to contribute to the team besides scoring. In at number 2 is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The Milwaukee Buck, then Los Angeles Laker, is the NBA's all-time leader in MVP awards, points, and win shares. He owns 3 of the top 6 seasons of all time in terms of win shares. In 1971 to 1972 season, he averaged 34.8 points and 16 rebounds. Even if you were to only count the 6 seasons before he joined the Lakers, he would still be ranked among the top 50 in NBA history. His credentials are unassailable. He won as many championships as Michael Jordan and scored more points and earned more Most Valuable Player awards than anyone else in NBA history. You can argue that he's never won a championship without playing alongside all great guards Oscar Robertson and Magic Johnson. On the flip side, they never won a championship without playing next to Kareem. Finally, at number 1, we have the man himself, Michael Jordan. Chicago Bulls shooting guard turned sneaker and clothing giant, finished top 5 of MVP voting 10 times in 11 seasons, in which he played at least 20 games with the Bulls. In the playoffs, MJ's teams were never upset against teams seeded the same or lower than Jordan's teams. They had perfect 24-0 series record. Larry Bird said in a quote, "I think it's just God disguised as Michael Jordan." That statement, however, doesn't define him, but rather his love of the game is what really does. He had in his contract the ability to at any time, place, playground, rec center, backyard, arena, or stadium to just pick up a ball and just start playing. Be like Mike? Sure, he left room for others to be like him, but it was very difficult to master his consistency, and it was a really huge task to uphold. What made him so great was his ability to follow up his own godlike performances with something even more amazing the next game. Well, there you have it, guys, the top 10 greatest basketball players of all time. What do you think of the list? Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to Sports Nation for more sports news. Also, share this video with a friend. That's all for now, and I'll see you in the next video.